Winnipeg's downtown police HQ opened years behind schedule, tens of millions over budget, and ended up the subject of 2 audits and a 5-year RCMP investigation. It also led the city to file lawsuits against contractor Caspian Construction, its owner Armik Babakhanians, and dozens of other people and companies. The city alleged fraud and deficiencies related to the construction. Council voted to end the lawsuits in exchange for a $21.5 million settlement.
It avoids years of legal proceedings and the great likelihood that whatever the outcome, there would be an appeal.
The settlement has no bearing on a decision by a judge who determined former Winnipeg CAO Phil Schiegel accepted a $327,000 bribe from Babakhanians. Schiegel appealed that decision. Not everyone on council backed the settlement. The vote was 14-2. Councillors Russ Wyatt and Matt Allard wanted another set of lawyers to review the settlement.
I want to make sure that there's no door open for any perceived conflict of interest.
Council also debated a motion by Wyatt to once again ask the province to call a public inquiry into the police HQ and other city projects, such as the sale of the former Canadian Stadium site. Council initially asked the province to call an inquiry in 2017. Wyatt's motion was rejected, with some calling the scope too broad, but there remains widespread appetite at City Hall for an inquiry.
The Premier should have called it by now. The fact the Premier hasn't called one by now sends the citizens of Manitoba the impression that we're living in a banana republic.
The Premier says she won't consider an inquiry until all court action over the police HQ has ended. The Manitoba Court of Appeal has yet to rule on Phil Schiegel's effort to overturn the King's Bench decision against him. Bart Lekivas, CBC News, Winnipeg.